Yo guys, I got a spark which I'm going to use to ignite the fire for a brand new Top 10 Thursday, which is actually being released on a Thursday. It seems as though miracles never cease. Regardless, I'm filming in portrait mode right now because that's going to be the theming of the entire video, this portrait style to it. So I sure hope you guys enjoy the different aspect ratio to what you're used to. It's been a very long time since I've recorded in this ratio, and it's kind of nice to see it return even if you do get the black bars at the side of the screen. My apologies about that, but that's because in portrait mode you can get more vividly the detail of a chase variant. So right here we have Hot Dog, for example, a chase variant which I bought for 80 quid. Still new in the box, mind you, so a very great price, mind you, but that's one thing about chase variants, they are incredibly expensive, so that's why collectors like me love keeping them inside the boxes. Anyway, this hot dog I actually got in my most recent video, the Skylanders Unboxing Compilation Volume 3. Well, inspired by that video, I made a top 10 oriented around chase variants to coincide with that video. So this is naturally going to be the top 10 Skylanders chase variants, which is based on a multitude of different things, like how well the figurine looks inside the packaging, the contrast and colours that it creates between the block colour of the chase variant and the contrast it has with the packaging. So, of course, that full aesthetic to it is the main thing that's taken note, and also how well the colour palette takes advantage of the design at hand, if there's any sort of theming going on. And of course, the rarity of the figurine is also taken into account, and whether it's worth the price for a lot of these chase variants. And naturally, because they are so pricey, I don't actually own a lot of them physically, so that's why this video is going to be heavily oriented around images of these chase variants. My apologies that I'm not made of money. It doesn't grow on trees in here around here in England, and even if it did, I'm pretty sure the rain would come through and ruin all of the notes on the trees anyway, because that's just what UK weather is like. But regardless, I'm sure I've rambled on long enough. You guys get the point of what you get the whole gist even of what the top 10 will entail. So I'm going to very carefully place my E3 hot dog down to avoid damaging it, and take one final look at the Skylanders shelf right here of all these boring, regular, non-chase variant Skylanders. But with all that said and done, let's get into the top 10 countdown. Pew! Just like trigger happy, because I am trigger happy. Oh yeah. Starting off my list at number 10 is Stone Zook. Now what I really love about this variant is that it's so unique because there's no other variants like it, in the fact that this variant is designed specifically to look like it's made entirely out of stone, and it achieves this by using a nice greyish tint to the paint and taking advantage of the figurine itself, because of course the figurine itself has small little increments and details placed upon it. So by placing even the greyish paint over the top, it really does give the illusion that this figurine is made of stone, so that makes it look cool and it makes it stand out from the other chase variants, because as I said before, it's unique and there's no other chase variant like it. So I'm really awesome. So it's really awesome even that they're able to create such a clever illusion through the use of paint and a figurine's details alongside it. And it's also awesome, of course, that you can find this one in a triple pack alongside the best Skylander of them all, Ignite. Also, that gives Stone Zook bonus prop, so to say. But number 10 is going to be Flock Trig Happy. Now, the thing with Flock Trig Happy is that he's kind of even with Flock Stump Smash, because they both achieve the same thing when it comes down to the texturing of these figures, because of course they are fluffy, so rubbing your fingers along them must feel quite nice. So it's the unique texture in here that I really like, the fact that textured unlike any other Skylander, and that truly makes them stand out. But unfortunately, my main problem with them both here is that because they're chase variants, they're rare and expensive, so as such, you never really want to take them out of the packaging. So because of that, despite how great the texturing is, most people aren't going to get the chance to feel it, so long as they keep it in the packaging, as they should for such a rare and expensive chase variant. I personally prefer the Trig Happy iteration because it's pink, and so the fuzziness of the pink stands out a little more than the green and just looks cooler and is much more visually pleasing to the eye, especially when you contrast that with the blue and the pink and the greens of the Rocket Below Trig Happy, mind you. And my final thought for him really is that the flocked version is far too similar to regular version, with it literally just having nothing besides the fuzziness to the trigger happy part of the figurine itself. The rocket is completely the same, so that makes the variant a little less boring than others, which is why it's only at number 9 right here, and I've already told you the flaw about the texturing, so despite the fact that the texturing is unique and it's going to be absolutely awesome to rub your fingers along, most people aren't going to experience that because most people aren't going to be able to buy two, one for the package and one to unbox, mind you. But moving on to number 8, we have Gold, Bronze, Doomstone. I love this swapping variant because it of course maintains the classical swap force packaging, which is really unique and interesting with the little swaps that you can make at the top of the packaging, mind you. And for gold bronze colours just blend together much more nicely than all of the other colour combinations from all of the other swap force characters, and it really fits the character design a whole lot more than those two as well. Because, of course, Doomstone is an Earth character. He consists of Earth-based elements, so the gold and the bronze colour palette just makes more sense for the figurine design at hand. So the fact that there's just better design work here in terms of the colour palette chosen, the fact that the colour palette itself just blends together much more nicely than the other Swap Force Chase variants, makes this easily my favourite of the Swapper Chase variants. But even then, it still pales in comparison to Skylanders like Red Camo. Now, this character has one block colour, that being red, which you can conceive as quite boring, but that colour works really well with Camo because he has watermelon based attacks and watermelons are incredibly red inside. So once again, they're taking really great advantage of the design and the gameplay of the Skylander here to create a Skylander that really reflects what the Skylander is capable of in game and just looks so damn cool in the process. You take this red version of Camo and contrast that with the greens in his packaging, and you just have a really nice chase variant that stands out on the shelf, and it's easily the best of all of the block red colorizations of the Skylanders, just because it suits this Skylander more than what it does with characters like Doonberg or Drill Sergeant, mind you. And he's also more rare, hence why he's more admirable and honourable to have in your collection, so to say. If I was to own this character, I would be absolutely honoured to have him display amongst all the other chase variants and watch him as he contrasts them quite heavily and in a very visually awesome way. Because another thing about the red Doonberg and the red Drill Sergeant is that the red doesn't nearly contrast for oranges and for purples of their respective packaging as much as it does for green, mind you. But moving on, we have Metallic Chop Chop at number 6. Now, this is easily my favourite metallic variant because the specific colour chosen out for this metallic version is so cool looking. Of course, it has a nice glossy finish to give it an awesome gleam and help it stand out above the rest. The colorization, once again, really suits the figurine itself, since Chop Chop is made of metal. At least he has metal armor, so this metallic rendition really reinforces the idea that this Skylander is truly metallic. So it's taking advantage of the design, and again, it's just the colour palette chosen. It's really contrasting, really nice to look at. It's a really nice shade of blue, and the fact that it reflects the sun to truly gleam and sparkle makes it stand out from the other chase variants and makes it look so much damn cooler as a result. And I also love the fact that they chose the Series 2 iteration to give the metallic form here, because we can see the small little increments from his shield and his sword exclusive to a Series 2 figurine. Of course, kind of like emphasized in the color palette of the metallic version, because you can truly see those small little increments on the sword due to the blues that it utilizes. So it adds more detail to the figurine, truly takes advantage of the figurine's design, and just looks damn cool while doing it, which is the most important thing of all. But at number 5, we have Gold Snow Flocked Prison Break, because it's pretty awesome already to have a Snow Flocked Skylander. It's really great for the holiday season to give you that warm and fuzzy feeling. Of course, they're going to be really awesomely textured, just like the flocked variants I was talking about earlier, though once again, you can't exactly rub your hands along for great texturing, mind you, but it's still a unique texturing and really makes the variant stand out due to how different it is. And with this version, not only is it Snowflocked giving you that heartwarming feeling of Christmas and happiness, but it's also gold as well, and gold is such a damn cool colour. And once again, Earth is an element that is, of course, associated with gold. You get gold from the Earth, so the gold colour palette really makes sense for Prison Break. So you combine the heartwarming, fuzzy feeling of the snow and Christmas feelings. Combine that with the awesome colorization of the gold and the fact that it all fits this design perfectly. Makes gold Snowflocked Prison Break such an admirable addition to the collection due to the contrast in gold and white and just how awesome and glorious it looks. And it's even helped out by the fact that Prison Break is a light core. So, of course, this snow version is taking advantage of his light core posing to light up his hands whilst he's on the portal, mind you. So, having that light core effect whilst you still have that gold tint and the snow right on top of Prison Break just adds another layer of detail and awesomeness to the design to once again help it stand out and truly contrast the other chase variants, mind you. Coming in at number 4 is not only my favourite chase variant from Imaginators, but it's also my favourite crystal variant, so I couldn't help myself but buy this one on eBay when I had the chance because it looks so damn cool from all of the art pieces I could see from it, and owning it physically, it just emphasizes how awesome this figurine looks, mind you, because what's so unique about this crystal variant is that it maintains the translucency of chase variants preceding it, but it also has multiple colors to it, like her weapon being pink and her hair being blue. So ultimately that creates a much nicer contrast, which is far more visually pleasing than the other chase variants and really makes it stand out amongst a lot of them due to the variation in the colour and how eye-pleasing that is. So I'm glad that they picked out this figurine of all things to actually create that colour contrast with a chase variant, because it suits Barbella's design for most of all of these crystal variants we've gotten. And of course we still maintain the pupils that really contrast the rest of the translucent based design, having such thick based pupils, mind you, within well, I say pupils, I mean the eyes are actually without pupils. Geez, get my biology right here. Regardless, Crystal Barbella also has some really awesome packaging to go alongside her. So naturally, as a whole package, she just looks cooler than the other chase variants due to her contrast and colours and the uniqueness that it presents her with. Coming in at number 3, we have the Chrome Spyro from E3 2012. Now what's so cool about this figurine is that once again, the silver it utilises is very visually pleasing and distinct. There's no other chase variant like it, hence why it stands out on the shelf. But once again, it reflects sunlight, giving it this shiny, glossy feeling that's just so cool to look at on a visual level, and lights up the room no matter what angle he's at, so that's of course a bonus as always. But easily one of the greatest things about this packaging, or if this figurine even, is the packaging, as I was previously alluding to even, because Spyro is a starter pack Skylander, so getting to see the original Spyro in a packaging format is so damn awesome, because we get to see his catchphrase at the bottom, we get to see his art card at the back, and this is all something that was originally exclusive to Dark and Legendary Spyro, but now, thanks to this chase variant, we get to see what the original Spyro would have looked like if it would have got this regular packaged form like all the other Skylanders from the games. Maybe for people who bought the 3DS version, this regular version of Spyro could have been oriented towards, but still, that chase variant even combined with the packaging, because the silver really contrasts the purple to create for a great looking figure. Again, no matter what angle you're looking at it, makes this variant truly awesome and worthy of a number 3 spot. But coming in at number 2, we have my second favourite Skylander of all time, so naturally there's going to be a lot of bias towards this one, and that's going to be Snow to Dash. Now, Snow to Dash is incredibly unique in comparison to all of the other chase variants, because they actually changed her name on her packaging. So it's not Snowflock Smolder Dash, it's Snow to Dash, which is an excellent pun. And because of the changes they made to the packaging and the unique detail that they went into for this figurine, it makes it distinctive and awesome. And not to mention, once again, this one has 2 colours chosen out, and the sparkling whites contrasted heavily with the blue flames, and the fact that the blue flames light up to put further emphasis on that due to the fact that this is a light core figurine. it just makes the Skylander stand out so well amongst all of the other chase variants due to just how visually pleasing its contrast and colours are, and how much emphasis is drawn to these colours due to the excellent light core effect on display here. And not to mention, it takes full advantage of this being a light core effect, not only by making the figurine look cooler as it lights up, but by utilising the packaging as well, because of course it has that foily tint to it, and the foily tint really suits the theme of the Skylander because of course she's got glitter all over her, so the sparkling packaging combined with the sparkle of the figurine just adds a lot of theme in to this Skylander, makes them feel well thought out and awesome to look at, mind you. So Snow to Dash is absolutely one of my favourite chase variants, but my favourite has to, without a doubt, go to Halloween Fright Rider. Now this chase variant was so awesome that you got a congratulations letter with the Skylander once you won him from the free-to-play promotion, because he deserves such an awesome companion piece to go alongside him. You deserve to feel rewarded for earning this Skylander because it looks so damn cool and distinctive. The orange and the blacks aren't really seen in any other chase variant combinations, and they contrast each other so well. And not to mention the colours for which part of the figurine makes sense, having the orangey bronze type colour for Fright and then for black for Rider. It just makes sense and looks so damn cool, and as I said, contrasting. Words truly cannot emphasize how awesome this variant looks. I can't wait to get it physically one day to see how great the colours are up close in person, mind you. But what I really love about this figurine once again is the theming, because these are traditional Halloween colours, and of course this is known as the Halloween Fright Rider Chase variant because he was released during Halloween time. So having this design of the chase variant tether so heavily towards Halloween, and having that deep theme in it, as well as the contrasts and colours that really suit the design and take full advantage of it, is ultimately what makes Halloween Fright Rider without a shadow of a doubt my favourite chase variant. And it's also awesome to see different renditions of one of my favourite Skylanders, because Fright Rider is such an awesome figurine, so getting to see an awesome chase variant applied to this awesome design is just something really great to see. And again, I cannot wait to get my hands on this one physically. But that's going to do it for this here video. I sure hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be seeing you guys next Thursday for another hashtag Top 10 Thursday. But until then, Women Risers, peace.